Okay, this is AAT Sample Assessment 2, Task 2.2 from page 103 in your textbook, I think. Page 103, let me just check. Yes, page 103 from your workbook, AAT Sample Assessment 2, Task 2.2. So let's see what we are going to do in this particular task. We have to download the spreadsheet file, which we already have. When you're saving, you need to read into the sheet. Choose the worksheet called December 2018, which is here. This contains data on the current budgeted performance of new place for 6 months ending 31st December 2018. So we have some information up to 6 months 31st December 2018. Mo Hussain has asked you to help revise some of the figures. Using the data available in December 2018 worksheet, complete the first pro forma to show new place's current budget net profit or loss for the 6 months ended 31st December 2018. Show relevant cost subtotals in column C as negative figures. So they want you to use this information to prepare the current budgeted profit and loss. Okay, so first net sales, which is units multiplied by the selling price. So equal to, sorry, let me reduce the font of the sheet a little bit, it's too big. Okay. Units multiplied by the selling price. Cost of goods for resale. Cost also they given you as per units. So units multiplied by the cost. When values are not visible, that means the cell size is smaller. Just make the cell size a bit bigger, you can see it. Wages is 102,000. So just click back to the original figure. Adding these two will give you the cost of sales. So equal to, they want you to show it as a minus figure, minus sum of B15 and B16. Then gross profit is sales revenue minus the cost of sales. But because here it is already a minus file, you put plus, not allowing me, or else just do a normal sum. Selecting everything. Okay, this is C17. So your gross profit is 297,500. Let's put the remaining information. Rent and rates, administration overhead, and depreciation. So rent and rates. If you drag this down, the other two items should also get copied. Yep. Now do the sum of all these three items equal to minus sum of B19 to B21. Calculate the net profit, which is gross profit minus the expenses. So this is C22 equal to C18 plus C22. So you got a net profit or loss for the 6 months of 75,000. The first section is completed. Mo has already increased the number of shop staff at the start of 2018, and the cost of buying goods for resale has also gone up. To achieve further increase in volume and therefore profit, he is considering whether to increase the store opening hours and improve the quality of customer service. To do this, he needs to employ additional staff workers at an annual cost of 40,000 from 1st July 2018. So according to his budget, his profit is only 75,000. So he want to make some changes so that he given you some revised figures, and because he want to increase his volume and the profit, he wants to increase the opening hours. And when the opening hours are increase, he needs to employ additional staff workers at annual cost of 40,000. But please remember, you are only doing it for 6 months, so you should only take 20,000 from there. In addition to the wages, these changes will have the following impact on the initial budget data set out at the top of the December 18 spreadsheet. Increase selling prices by 5%, increase volume by 10%, increase administration overhead by 4%. So you want to increase a few things. So let's prepare. Assuming these changes take place, complete the second pro forma to show new places revised budget. So we have to do one more budget, take into consideration these changes. So selling price is increasing by 5%, but the sales volume is still remaining the same. So sales will be the sales volume multiplied by the selling price plus 5% of the selling price. So this one will increase the selling price, and then you are multiplying that with the sales volume to calculate the new sales. So your new sales is 1,32,500. Let's see what else have increased. Increase volume by 10%. Oops, sorry, we did not increase the volume. So this one is also increasing by 10%. So you can do times 1.1 if you want. So 109,750. Increase administration overhead by 4%. Administration overhead is changing by 4%. So administration overhead previously, take that figure and increase this by 4%. Then I think wages of shop staff is increasing by 20,000. So take your original wages plus 40,000 divided by 2, because annual salary was 40,000, but because you're only doing it for 6 months, I'm dividing it by 2. So we increased the volume, we increased the administration overhead, we increased the selling price, we increased the wages. So I think assuming that everything else will remain constant. So cost of goods for resale, cost is 125 pounds per unit, which was already given to you. But again, you need to calculate this at the increased sales. So increased sales were 10% higher than this one. So B4 plus B4 multiplied by 10% will give you the increased sales, and then multiply that with the cost. Let's calculate the total cost of sales minus sum of B29 and B30. Calculate the gross profit, which is this minus this, C27 minus C31. Then rent and rates, there was no change, so stick to the original figure given to you, which is 85,000. Depreciation is also no change, so sticks to the original figure given to you, which was 75,000. Now calculate the sum of all your expenses equal to minus sum B33 to B35. Calculate the net profit or loss, which is the gross profit plus minus your expenses. So your net profit or loss for 6 months using the improved figures is 183,250. Okay, this is done. Let's see what else is needed. Apply conditional formatting to the revised budget to show any negative figures in red and bold font. I think I might have done this somewhere sometime before, so you can see they're coming in red and bold font already. But if you are not getting it, just highlight the cells, conditional formatting, new rule, values that contain less than 0 because they are negative, red fill and bold font. OK and OK. So that's what you can see that already. Then Mo is considering paying a bonus as an incentive to shop staff. If the increase in the revised budgeted sales in B is at least 15% more than the current budgeted sales figure in A, Mo will consider paying a bonus of 0.05 per unit on all the units sold. So they want you to calculate if the percentage has increased or not. If the increase in the revised budgeted sales is at least 15% more than the current budgeted sales figure in A. So you need to compare the budgeted sales figure in B with the budgeted sales figure in A, and if it is more than 15%, then you will pay. So for revised budget, using formulas, calculate the percentage change from the current budget to 2 decimal places for both sales and profit. So you want to see if this is percentage increase of 15% in both sales and profit or loss. So again we are calculating percentage change between two numbers. So use your formula, which is big number minus small number. First if you do it in sales. So definitely this is your bigger number minus the smaller number. Put brackets because you are doing division, divided by the smaller number. And if the answer is not coming in percentage, you can right click format and change it to percentage. Do the same for the profit also. Bigger number minus the smaller number divided by the smaller number. So sales have increased by 15% and revised budget has increased by 144%, which is quite high. Show the percentage change in sales and profit. We done that. Use an if statement in cell C41 to calculate any bonus payment due under the revised budget, showing either the bonus amount is payable if the percentage revenue change is greater than or equal to 15%, or 0 if the percentage revenue change is less than 15%. So percentage revenue change only they are worried about. They are not worried about the format percentage. So you will calculate the bonus if it is more than 50% or 0 if it is less than 0%. So bonus equal to logical if this one is greater than or equal to 15%, you want to calculate the bonus. Sorry, I forgot where to calculate the bonus. Per unit of all the units sold. Okay. 0.05 per unit on all the units sold. Equal to logical if is greater than or equal to 15%, then we have to calculate the bonus. So bonus is 0.05p for every unit sold in the new budget, isn't it? New budget sales was increased by 10% of the original budget. So this one multiplied by 1.1, or you can do plus before multiplied by 10%. But if it is not 15%, then it will be 0. Say OK. So because here the percentage increase is more than 15%, you are allowed to give a bonus of 550 pounds. So bonus calculations are completed. Format all currency cells, GBP currency. We all know how to do this formatting now, so I'm just skipping this part through. And then we have an email. As you know, with the new formats, you do not do emails. And there is still some more writing, but as you know, we are not going to do any writing in the spreadsheets for the new format of the question papers. So I'm ignoring the F and the G parts of the questions for the time being. So that is your complete solution for task 2.2. Thank you everyone.